Hollywood golden couple Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis face fierce backlash, exposing their dark past.
What's funny is when she was 14 when we started the show. I was like 19, right?
14 she was even. But I'm not allowed to say that.
And a beloved TikTok teacher vanishes from social media after his disgusting secret sends him to jail.
If you like big, are my arms, are they big enough?
I don't think that teacher Luke genuinely wants to educate anyone.
Why is the public so angry with Ashton and Mila? And what was this TikTok teacher's secret? Our first story takes place in America, involving one of Hollywood's favorite couples, the Kutcher-Kunis duo. You might remember them as the iconic Kelso and Jackie from That 70s Show, but they're now making headlines for reasons beyond their on-screen chemistry. The couple is facing major backlash for quietly supporting American actor and producer Danny Masterson, who was recently sentenced to 30 years to life in prison for R against two women in the early 2000s. Danny was also an actor on That 70s Show, known for his role as Steven, and is friends with both Ashton and Mila. Days after his sentencing, a collection of letters addressed to the judge surfaced, asking for leniency in Danny's case. Among those voices were none other than Ashton and Mila. Ashton described Danny as a role model and voiced concerns about Danny's daughter growing up without her father. On the other hand, Mila's letter wholeheartedly vouched for Danny's exceptional character. The letters set the internet ablaze. "The artist has a daughter" is not a great reason other men's daughters shouldn't get justice, especially considering Ashton is a co-founder of Thorn, a foundation that fights against child SA and trafficking, and Mila has played the role of an SA victim in the film Luckiest Girl Alive, leading some people to believe Ashton's support for victims was performative, and several people have stopped supporting the duo altogether. In an attempt to calm the storm, Ashton and Mila released a joint video on Instagram on September 9th. Their message? They supposedly support victims.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
And their letters were intended to reflect their longtime friendship with Danny.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years. So that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
Not to undermine the victims' testimonies.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read, and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or reach homicize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim.
But the internet was unforgiving and felt their apology was insincere, eventually leading the couple to disable their comments. This incident prompted a deep dive into Ashton and Mila's careers on That 70s Show. Last year, Mila confirmed a rumor that she lied about being 18 to secure her role on the show. However, Mila revealed she was 14 before signing the contract, and the creators accepted her anyway. Some suspect the cast knew of her age because of clips like these.
He was like
no, Led Zeppelin is a group, it's not he.
No.
It's okay, you're young, it's okay.
Knowing Mila was 14, clips resurfaced, calling into question the show's treatment towards her. A thread by @ColeyCat meticulously highlighted these moments. In a 2002 interview on The Rosie O'Donnell Show, the duo revealed Danny bet Ashton $10 to $20 to French kiss Mila during their first on-screen kiss.
I've never kissed a guy, so I was so, Ashton's attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life.
Sure.
And he was very nice about it. He was like, oh, don't worry.
And then the cop showed up and you got arrested, pretty much.
He never did it. And
I so did!
In another 2002 interview, when the host expressed concern about Mila's character boy hopping on That 70s Show, she responded,
because I'm the show?
I think so.
I'm the one who's kissed every single guy in the show.
That's so wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's quite wrong, yeah.
And what do the writers, they just throw, they don't care.
No, they just, I don't know what they're thinking. I have no choice but to just kiss every man on the show.
I would never.
In a promo clip for the show, Mila, allegedly 15 at the time, introduces herself before Ashton reveals she's sitting on his lap.
And the reason I'm doing this is It's not because I think In the Crease is good, but because Jock told me Mila would sit on my lap and was like, it feels.
In a Cast TV appearance, Ashton introduces Mila by complimenting her appearance.
Not only do I get to work with our beautiful, sexy, hot next guest on That 70s Show, but I'm lucky enough to play her boyfriend, so I get to make out with her.
Danny also played a part in behind-the-scenes clips where Mila complains about her 70s-style wardrobe. Danny, who was in his 20s, offered a compliment.
And I'm forced to wear it. And
yeah, but you look really hot in it.
Well, thanks, Danny.
In the same BTS clip, as Mila spoke about meeting the cast during her first script, Danny attempted to flirt with her.
Look at all these cute boys. I didn't like it. It was nothing.
Me being the cutest, of course.
Yeah, Danny. I was like, oh, he's so cute.
At Coley Cat ended the thread by showing how Mila had to film scenes with adult themes with Ashton. Following the clip was a 1998 interview where 15-year-old Mila wished to show another side to her character.
Jackie is a very manipulative kind of girl. She's spoiled. But yet, I think there's a nice side to her, just it hasn't come out yet. But soon it will, I hope.
Another Twitter user shared a few of their findings, including an interview of Ashton joking about Jackie and Kelso's adult relationship.
What do you like about Mila?
We have great and it's amazing. I mean, she's good looking, too. But, I mean, this in her look, she's a good looking kid.
And a 1998 E! News interview where Ashton and 15-year-old Mila appeared to joke about dating.
We're a couple.
Couple of something, yeah. I guess you could say that. No, I'm kidding.
Despite Ashton's behavior during those times, in a 2017 interview with The Howard Stern Show, Ashton recalled feeling off about their first on-screen kiss during season 1.
It was really weird. I was like, wait, isn't this illegal? She was 14. Right. Like she was like my little sister. Like I wanted to make sure she was okay.
Was Ashton just going with the flow of the script? Or was this just a diversion away from his old character? Well, Chrissy Bixler, one of the 3 women to accuse Danny of R, also shared a public letter to Ashton, writing, "Dear Ashton, I know the secrets your role model keeps for you, ones that would end you. Did you forget I was there? You were on speakerphone that night you called Danny on February 1st, 2001. I heard everything. I heard the plan. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor." Chrissy also prayed for Mila to process her childhood experiences, adding, "I also know what happened in Toronto and after. Question, if that's what you view as a normal relationship with a big brother figure, then I feel very sad for you, and I hope you consider getting into therapy. You all must forget I was there the whole time, those first 5 years of That 70s Show. I remember everything." Chrissy then shared jaw-dropping clips, including a 2003 episode of Punk'd, where Ashton spoke inappropriately about other young Hollywood stars.
Lizzie McGuire, she also has an album out. She's going to be in a movie called Cheaper by the Dozen, and she's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18, along with the Olsen twins.
And a clip of Danny acknowledging Mila's age.
Getting the job, and I didn't
Working
know.
with me.
Yeah, and she was as hot as she was. You know, come on, this one.
14.
14, she was even. But I'm not allowed to say that.
Neither Ashton nor Mila have responded to the backlash after their apology or the resurfaced clips. It appears there's more beneath the surface than meets the eye. Our next story takes place in Bangkok, Thailand, behind closed doors in an unsuspecting man's home. TikTok star Luke Rockwell, more famously known as Teacher Luke, is a 29-year-old English teacher from Florida.
Hello, everybody. Teacher Luke here, and tonight I am live on 2 different videos.
He had over 1.3 million TikTok followers before turning his account private. Luke's recent content revolved heavily around the language and culture of both America and Thailand. According to his LinkedIn, he received a work permit for Bangkok, Thailand 4 years ago and taught on and off in universities and colleges, hospitals, and a private Christian school from March 2019 until February 2023.
It's not spicy, but not too bad.
After this, he was self-employed, making a living as Teacher Luke on social media and offering online classes. He was racking in millions of views and at one point had 2 million followers. As we saw in an earlier clip, he appeared respectable and well-liked by his students. But outside the classroom, well, there was eyebrow-raising content sprinkled here and there.
Is a bad word to say.
I'm pretty sure you can educate people to not say the word without saying the actual word.
Luke spent the most time around Thai people, However, some videos he filmed seemed out of character for a teacher.
A man, is it important or not important? No. Not important. Not important. If you like big, are my arms, are they big enough?
He appeared fixated on this topic, even captioning a photo about size. Luke also had an OF account under the handle Teacher Luke that is now unavailable. This interest in adult topics and approaching females in Thailand would eventually cause his downfall. Let's go back to 5 months ago, into the windy and scorching hot days of March. This was when Luke decided to pursue a secret lover he met online. She was a fan of his content, and he seemingly couldn't resist getting to know her better. But why did she have to be kept a secret? Well, she had just turned 16, and 29-year-old Luke wanted something more than innocent puppy love. Although AOC is 15 in Thailand, it's illegal to engage in adult activity outside of marriage. But Luke didn't propose to the teen. Instead, he casually invited the teen to his home, which she alleged was to avoid being seen in public with someone her age. And it was there in his home the pair would engage in adult activity. This would turn into weekly encounters. At first, the pair used protection, but later stopped when Luke showed his medical documents claiming he was healthy, or in other words, had no contractable diseases. Their weekly encounters continued with this new change. A few months later, on August 25th, something unusual happened. The teen was experiencing pain and was losing vital fluids. She decided to pause her meetups with Luke and waited 3 days before telling her mother about her relationship with Luke. Her mother rushed her to the hospital, and in a few days, the hospital confirmed the teen contracted STIs, specifically gonorrhea and chlamydia. The heartbreaking revelation meant Luke lied about his STI status for selfish reasons, putting the teen's health at risk. The mother and daughter decided to file a police report, and quickly, a warrant for arrest was issued on August 31st. The problem? Luke was nowhere to be found. Police still had no luck the next day, so they asked the teen to lure Luke out through a text message while police stood by. Luke showed up on September 2nd, and he was promptly arrested for unlawful intimacy with someone under 18 outside of marriage, taking a minor away from their parents without reasonable cause, and recording adult content. The lieutenant general who called for the arrest operation told NBC that Luke surrendered willingly and was cooperative. He had confessed to the relationship. If convicted, Luke can face up to 5 years in jail and a fine of 10,000 baht, roughly $280. And if what Luke had done wasn't evil enough, the discovery that he was secretly photographing and filming his weekly encounters was devastating for the teen's mother. I was filled with sorrow and anger when I found out, the mother told NBC. Teacher Luke told her to keep everything a secret until she turned 18. He told my daughter that he loved her and would let her come live with him when she's no longer a minor, the mother told the Daily Mail. And while Luke promised he would take responsibility for the costs, according to the mother, she wasn't looking for compensation. I want every woman and child to know how evil Teacher Luke is. It's embarrassing for me to tell people about what's happening to my family, but I hope it prevents Teacher Luke from ever taking advantage of any girl in the future. Naturally, people were furious with him. Good, I hope he rots in their jail. Thai citizens also condemned him. Some feared the story was more evil. Considering she got gonorrhea, I somehow doubt she was the only person he visited. And it didn't take long for the internet to find out he seemed quite close to another girl on her 18th birthday, with a caption reading, "Stuck to you like glue." Unsurprisingly, his Instagram account, where these photos were found, now appears to be deactivated or deleted. One TikToker alleged Thai people knew about his bad reputation. Awareness needs to be raised, as when I first moved to Thailand, I heard so many bad stories about him. Another alleged he openly shared his behavior online. He once posted on his TikTok page him flirting with a young student in uniform inside the classroom. He was banned after, then unbanned. Others recalled Luke could still face American charges under tourism laws. According to Section 2423C, 2251C, and 2260A of Title 18, he could face up to 30 years in prison for travel with intent to engage in adult activity and for production of CP outside the United States. So, where is this case now? On the night of September 4th, Luke appeared in court in Thailand and was released on bail. The case is still under investigation. We have yet to hear from Luke's home state, Florida. Stay tuned as we continue to report on more stories, whether it's the storm surrounding Ashton and Mila's controversial past or Teacher Luke's impending consequences. We'll be back with more weekly highlights. What do you think of the stories? Let me know in the comments below.